Good afternoon. Today's news conference is intended to provide an update and additional information regarding the call for service that resulted in the officer-involved shooting event yesterday, June 1st, in the 2100 block of 67th Street. At 7:12 p.m. on June 1st, the Lubbock Police Department's Communications Center received a call for service for a domestic disturbance at a residence in the 2100 block of 67th Street. The reporting party advised that her son was causing problems and that she was concerned that he would hurt other people in the area. This was the second domestic violence disturbance call to this residence on this date. The first call for service was at 7:23 a.m. regarding damaged property. Lubbock police officers arrived on scene at about 7:17 p.m. Already in his vehicle, fled in a Chevrolet Equinox. At which point the officers initiated pursuit with the subject vehicle traveling westbound onto Loop 289. During the course of the pursuit, officers spoke with the reporting party, who identified the subject as her 30-year-old son, Philip Torres. The pursuit continued on the loop until the subject exited West Loop 289 at 19th Street exit. The subject ran the red light at 19th Street and West Loop 289 and began traveling in the wrong lanes of traffic. Due to the public safety concerns caused by Torres' reckless driving, a supervisor canceled the pursuit at 7:29. Our communications unit received a second call for service at 7:36 p.m. for a theft in progress at Knife Guys located at 6620 Milwaukee Avenue. The reporting party for this second call indicated that the subject was attempting to remove two swords from the walls, which were described as battle-ready swords. It was quickly determined that the suspect vehicle or subject vehicle involved in this incident matched the vehicle description of a Chevy Equinox similar to that Torres was driving. As officers were responding to the Knife Guys, the reporting party indicated that the subject had cut his arms with one of the knives taken from the wall and was arguing with an individual in the store. The reporting parties at this location further indicated that the subject was in possession of a machete and an axe, and he had just stolen from the store and was driving away in the Equinox. The time was now 7:41. Officers responding to the store arrived and located the Equinox as it was fleeing southbound on Milwaukee Avenue out of the parking lot. Two officers began to pursue the vehicle and were authorized to conduct a low-speed forcible stop to disable this vehicle if it was safe to do so. At 7:43 p.m., the vehicle proceeded to 82nd Street and turned eastbound onto 82nd Street and continued eastbound to University Avenue. Officers continued to pursue the Equinox back to the 2100 block of 67th Street, where they were able to conduct a forcible stop on the vehicle. The subject, Torres, then exited his vehicle armed with two deadly edged weapons, a machete and an axe, and ran at one of the officers' marked LPD patrol vehicle. Torres then struck the driver's window with both weapons. He then turned and ran full speed toward the officers, West still in possession of both weapons above his head. At 7:51 p.m., 4 LPD officers fired multiple rounds that struck Torres. Once there was no longer a threat to the officers by Torres, life-saving measures were immediately administered by the officers until EMS arrived on scene. Torres was transported by ambulance to University Medical Hospital with serious injuries. No officers were injured in this incident. Detectives obtained a warrant for the arrest of Torres for the aggravated robbery of the Knife Guys store. He is being held on $400,000 bond. Additional charges are possible as this investigation continues. All 4 officers that discharged their weapons have been placed on administrative leave, as is standard procedure following an officer-involved shooting. This administrative leave is not an indication of wrongdoing on the officer's part at this time. And all aspects of this incident, including the officer's use of force, are being investigated by the Metro Unit. At this time, I will open it up for any questions you may have.
First question is, You said 4 officers opened fire. Can you tell us how many times he was actually hit by gunfire during that exchange?
No, I don't know those details right off the top of my head.
Okay. My
And
second
that's
question.
something that maybe the media folks can answer for you later, but it is an ongoing investigation, so I don't know if that information is going to be released just right off the bat.
Okay. My second question is, you said it was the second disturbance call to that household. Is there not any kind of rule that says he's not allowed to go back? And if so, kind of how does that work?
It's his parents' house, and I don't. From the reports, we got it on a domestic violence call. I believe that's when he damaged property to that house, so he may not have been there when the officers got there.
And finally, does he have any kind of background or record, or have y'all dealt with him at all before
We
this?
have dealt with him in the past. He does have a criminal record.
And what kind of charges are on that?
I don't know that off the top of my head. You can get with the media relations and they can talk to you about that later.
When will you all be releasing any dash cam or body cam footage?
That will be up to the prosecutor's office once we present the case to them. Right now it's an ongoing investigation and we won't be doing that anytime soon.
So has Mr. Torres been discharged from the hospital?
No, he is still in the hospital. He will be, we have communicated with the sheriff's office and they will take custody of him when he is able to leave the hospital.
Understood. And it seems like we've had a few pursuits that have kind of stretched across town here lately. I'm thinking of the wrong way driver on Marcia Sharp fairly recently as well. How does that happen? How do these pursuits go on for that long?
Well, it just depends on what the circumstances are surrounding their pursuit and what the charges are. You know, we initiate pursuits and attempt to get the subjects to stop. If they don't stop, a supervisor is monitoring and is actually the supervisor of the pursuit. Based on what's going on, and that could be the speeds of the vehicle that's being pursued, it could be the actions of the vehicle being pursued, or it could be the actions of the officer. If the officer's really hyped up and the supervisor doesn't think that the officer is remaining calm enough to actually do the pursuit, the supervisor can call it off. In this particular incident, the supervisor was like, you know, he's ran a stop sign at 289 and 19th Street. He's going the wrong way. So in our mindset, to reduce the threat to our public from him crashing into someone going the wrong way, we shut it down, hoping that person will get back into the normal lanes of traffic.
Any reminders you want to share with drivers, the public, about if they see a pursuit situation?
Yeah, the best thing that you can do when you see a pursuit is just pull over to the side of the road and stop your vehicle and let the pursuit pass you. If you see someone coming on in the wrong direction, again, pull to the right as far as you can, hoping to get out of the way of the guy going the wrong track. Right.
While Mr. Torres is at UMC, is he currently being guarded by police there?
Yes. I believe so, correct? Yeah. Either us or a sheriff's deputy. I'm not sure who's there right now. But he is technically in custody.
Chief, how many other officer-involved incidents of shootings have we had this year?
Have we had any this year? I don't know that we've had any this year involving LPD officers. I can't remember off the top of my head. Again, I'll defer to my communications unit and let them get back with you on that question. I don't remember us talking about it this early in the year, so I don't think we had any this year. Good?
Sorry. Was the car stolen or was it his?
It was his family's. It's his? Yeah, it's his. Good? All right.